My friends, something is happening right now with Social Security checks across the country, and millions of seniors are noticing it. Not just the amount, not just the date, but the way the money is arriving, what it says on the statement, and in some cases, why it's a little more or a little less than what they were expecting. If you've already checked your bank account this April and scratched your head wondering why your deposit looks different, you are not alone. I have been getting messages, comments, and emails all week from people just like you asking the exact same question. Dorothy from Ohio wrote in and said, I always get $1,143 and this month it showed up as $2,287 and I don't understand why. And then James from Florida told me the exact opposite. He said his check was smaller than he expected and he was genuinely frightened. Both of those feelings are completely valid, and today I'm going to sit down with you and walk through every single reason why April 2025 Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefit payments are landing differently for so many Americans, and exactly what it means for your money, your household, and your future. Let's start at the very beginning, because this is where most of the confusion is coming from. Back in October, the Social Security Administration officially announced the 2025 cost of living adjustment, which came in at 2.5%. Now, I know some of you heard that number and thought, well, that doesn't sound like much. And honestly, I understand why. After the historic 8.7% COLA in 2023 and the 3.2% bump in 2024, 2.5% feels modest. But here is what I want you to really hear today. Because the math is more meaningful than the percentage sounds. The average Social Security retirement benefit heading into 2025 was right around $1,127 per month. After the 2.5% COLA kicked in, that average rose to approximately $1,276 per month. But here is where it gets interesting. When you factor in individuals who have continued working past their full retirement age, those who have delayed their benefits to earn delayed retirement credits, or those who are receiving spousal or survivor benefits layered on top of their own record, the real-world payment amounts are climbing considerably higher. That is exactly why so many people are now seeing figures in the neighborhood of $2,100, $2,187, and even higher landing in their accounts. The $2,187 figure that is circulating right now is not a mystery number. It reflects the experience of a significant portion of beneficiaries who are receiving the full compounded benefit of delayed claiming, COLA stacking, and earnings record adjustments all showing up together for the first time this April. Now let's talk about timing, because this is the second reason so many people are confused right now. The Social Security payment schedule is based on your date of birth, and April 2025 has a slightly unusual calendar arrangement that pushed some payment dates around in ways people weren't anticipating. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your April payment was scheduled to arrive on Wednesday, April 9th. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, your payment landed on Wednesday, April 16th. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, you are looking at Wednesday, April 23rd. Now, here is the thing. SSI recipients and those who began collecting benefits before May of 1997 operate on a completely different schedule. Their payments arrive on the 1st of every month or the business day immediately before if the first falls on a weekend or federal holiday. In April 2025, the first landed on a Tuesday, which means SSI payments went out right on time. But many recipients were still confused because they saw the deposit and the amount was different from what they expected after Medicare Part B adjustments. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. The important thing I want you to take away from this section is that if your check hasn't arrived yet as you're watching this, please do not panic. Check your specific birthday window against that schedule and give it one additional business day before calling the SSA. The phone lines get absolutely flooded in April, and most of the time, the payment is simply still in transit. Here is the thing that nobody likes to talk about, but absolutely everybody needs to understand. Your Social Security payment does not arrive in the full gross amount. For the vast majority of Medicare-enrolled beneficiaries, the Medicare Part B premium is automatically deducted before your payment even hits your account. And in 2025, that Part B standard premium increased to $185 per month, up from $174.70 in 2024. That is a jump of roughly $10, $30 per month. And for people on fixed incomes, that is real money. So let's walk through a real-world example. Let's say your gross Social Security Security benefit after the COLA increase is now $2,187 per month. That sounds great on paper. But once Medicare Part B deducts its $185, what actually lands in your bank account is closer to $2,002. And if you are also enrolled in a Medicare drug plan or have an income-related monthly adjustment amount, what they call IRMA, applied to your premiums because your income was higher a couple of years ago, that deduction could be even larger. Some higher income seniors are seeing Part B premiums of $259, $370, or even higher, which can take a real bite out of what felt like a meaningful raise. If you believe your IRMA surcharge is unfair or based on outdated income information, for example, if you retired recently and your income dropped significantly, I want you to know you have the right to appeal it. You can file a life-changing event form with the SSA, known as Form SSA 44, and request a reconsideration based on your current income situation. This is something thousands of seniors don't know about, and it can save you hundreds of dollars per year. If you're receiving Social Security disability insurance, April 2025 carries some specific updates that apply directly to you. The substantial gainful activity limit, which is the maximum amount you're allowed to earn from work while still receiving SSDI without triggering a review, increased to $1,620 per month in 2025 for non-blind individuals and $2,600 per month for those who are blind. These increases matter enormously if you have been trying to do a little part-time work to supplement your income without jeopardizing your benefits. Additionally, the trial work period threshold has also adjusted. In 2025, any month in which you earn more than $1,110 counts as a trial work period month. You are allowed 9 of these months in a rolling 60-month window before the SSA evaluates whether you are engaging in substantial gainful activity. Understanding these thresholds is critical because many SSDI recipients accidentally trigger reviews by not knowing where the line is drawn. If you are working part-time or considering returning to work in any capacity, please bookmark these numbers and keep them in mind. For our veterans who are also watching today, I want to make sure I give you the update you deserve. VA disability compensation rates also received their 2.5% COLA increase effective December 1st, 2024, with payments reflecting the new rates beginning in January 2025. That means if you are already seeing the increased amounts, that is correct and expected. April payments should reflect those same adjusted rates. For a veteran rated at 100% disability with no dependents, the monthly compensation for 2025 is approximately $3,137.85. For a veteran with a spouse and one child at the 100% rating, that figure climbs to around $4,163.94. If you have not verified that your April VA payment reflects the updated 2025 rate, I encourage you to log into your VA Gov account or call the VA Benefits Hotline to confirm. Surviving spouses receiving dependency and indemnity compensation, known as DIC, should also be receiving the adjusted rates. The base DIC rate for 2025 is approximately $1,612.75 per month. One thing I want every veteran watching this to understand, if you are receiving both VA disability compensation and Social Security disability benefits, you may be eligible for additional protections and strategies that most people have never heard of. Specifically, veterans who have a combined rating of 70% or higher, with at least one condition rated at 40% or more, may qualify for individual unemployability, which can bring total compensation up to the 100% rate even if your combined rating is lower. If you have not explored this, please speak with a VA-accredited claims agent or Veteran Service Organization representative. Now, I have to talk about something that has been causing real anxiety for a lot of people this spring, and that is the overpayment notices that the Social Security Administration has been sending out. If you received a letter from the SSA saying that you were overpaid, whether it was $200 or $20,000, and that they intend to withhold future benefits to recover the balance, I need you to take a deep breath. You have rights in this situation, and you do not have to just accept a dramatic benefit reduction without asking questions. First, you can request a waiver of the overpayment if you can demonstrate that the overpayment was not your fault, and that paying it back would cause financial hardship. Second, you can request a reconsideration if you believe the overpayment determination was made in error. You have 90 days to file a request for reconsideration from the date on the notice, and if you file within 30 days, your benefits should generally continue at their current level while the review is ongoing. Do not let the clock run out on you. If you've received one of these notices, act quickly and consider reaching out to your local legal aid office, which can often assist seniors with SSA appeals free of charge. Let's end today on something positive, because there are real practical things you can do right now to make sure you are getting every single dollar you are entitled to. The first thing I want every person watching this to do is create or log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov. This free online account shows you your complete earnings history, your projected benefit estimates, your current payment information, and any pending actions on your account. Checking this regularly can help you catch errors before they become bigger problems. Second, if you are between the ages of 62 and 70 and have not yet claimed Social Security, I want you to give serious thought to the delayed claiming strategy. For every year you wait past your full retirement age, which is 67 for most people born in 1960 or later, your benefit grows by approximately 8%. That is a guaranteed, government-backed return that no financial product on the market can reliably match. Third, if you are on SSI and your income or living situation has changed recently, a spouse passing away, a move to a new home, a change in rent, please report those changes to the SSA as soon as possible. Unreported changes are one of the most common triggers for overpayment situations, and staying proactive protects you. And finally, please make sure your direct deposit information is current and that your bank account has not changed without the SSA being notified. Every April, thousands of payments are delayed or returned simply because a bank account was closed and the SSA was never updated. A quick call or a quick login can prevent a very stressful delay. My friends, I know this is a lot of information, and I know that navigating Social Security, SSDI, SSI, and VA benefits can feel overwhelming sometimes. But that is exactly why I do this, because you deserve to understand what is happening with your money. You deserve a trusted source who will sit down with you, explain it clearly, and help you make the best decisions for yourself and your family. Your April check may look a little different this month, and now you know exactly why. Please share this video with someone you love who is on Social Security. You never know whose situation you might help, and I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.